Hello, our beautiful hammerheads, and welcome to another Talk Heresy to Me, episode 5. The re-recording of episode 5, because we lost the last one. But this one
It was his fault.
Yes, he was in the system and he destroyed and corrupted the file with chaos. So the theme for this episode is our hopes and wishes for next year. And this could be Age of Sigmar, this could be 40k, or Lord of the Rings, or anything else Games Workshop hobby. And each of us has 3 points, and we can split it apart on how we want this lore, model, or what I forgot. Rules. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, so I can help him remember everything.
My coffee hasn't kicked in. It takes a while.
I haven't had a cup of coffee today.
Before we forget it, small talk. How are you?
Let's skip this.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes, we're both tired.
It was a really stressful and busy weeks. I got 2 weeks ago the KDA box, and I only built a command squad of this box till yet. So also I got the small containers from Necromunda, the scenery containers. They are lovely.
So beautiful.
I recommend them to everyone, and I have only built one of the 2 in the box because it was interesting those past few weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, for me, I'm just tired. My body is fighting against Nurgle again. It's not the plague, but something else, and it's just exhausting.
Give in.
No, I will never give in.
Give in.
Nurgle is evil. Siege is everything.
The grandfather commands it.
The Emperor will purge you.
The Emperor protects.
And yeah, in work was again really hard. 2 of my colleagues have Nurgle's plague now. Yeah, it starts spreading again. So that's the thing. Yeah. Okay, hobby. You already told about the hobby. I haven't done much as well. I have one test model for our escalation protocol, and I'm pretty happy with him. It's a quick job. It's nothing really too exhausting, and I fell under the Black Library curse again and started painting Valerian.
Yeah.
The Custodes. I don't even have Custodes, but
I have Custodes. The fun thing is you can even see the models back there.
The Custodes?
No. My command squad. It's right there where my finger is.
Okay, yes.
And next to them are the Kazakin.
Nice. So yeah, and my first unit is painted with the new scheme. So I'm pretty excited about it. I've painted more in the last 2 weeks than the whole year.
Yeah, well, I painted nothing. It's not that true. I got myself a little drawing tablet, so I painted a lot, but no models in this case.
Well, that's okay. Every kind of hobby is good hobby. Except when you're hurting someone. That's not good.
Except they like it or pay you for it.
That's something else. That's something Slaneshi. Okay. Oh, damn it.
And he dies.
You died. Then... Okay, then to our subject today. I say I give you the first point. It was his idea that we're starting with our least favorite point to our best one. And these could be realistic hopes and wishes, unrealistic, or something in which we know that it will never happen.
Yeah.
You have the floor, brother.
Yeah, okay, so most of my points are extreme unrealistic. Disclaimer, they are all Warhammer 40Ks.
Okay.
Because during the, it's currently, we are on the brink of a new edition in Warhammer 40K, so everything is possible. On the other hand, we are in the middle of the current edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, so there is still a lot more to come till the next edition, so it's more 40K related this time. And I start with my least, wouldn't say least favorite point. It's just the smallest of the 3 points. It's Sir Lucer.
Ah.
Yeah, it's my favorite point to talk about. It's Sir Lucer because the last time we saw or heard anything about him was during, of course, his novel, Lucer.
Yes.
It's an awesome novel. I got it in hardcover. And it's basically the point at the end of one of the... or what was the name of this series that when it went from 8th to 9th edition?
Psychic Awakening.
Psychic Awakening, thank you. And the point is, Lucer was gone. So he left the rock. We know through the novel Lucer that he was freed by the Watchers. They basically decided now was the time and freed him. And last thing we heard or believe is that Lucer joined up with all the other Fallens.
The Watchers just came in and asked him to pay rent, and I'm not paying rent. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's basically he is one day awakened in his cell, and every door is open, and he just walks by the Watchers, and he left. And this is like this huge gap. We know the science, the Wigglers novels, not novels, the storybooks, that the Dark Angels work, the fallen Dark Angels, they work in a huge army. So the small encounter with here's a fallen, there's a fallen. This really, really small, because the fallen are now working in entire armies. They gather together, and now is Lucer free. And my hope is that we see in the 10th edition or even next year Lucer maybe as model, maybe not, but with more story about him, more lore.
At least lore.
Yeah, at least lore, like, oh yeah, the Fallen, they gather, maybe Codex Fallen, New Chaos Codex. And Lucer is there, and he leads them on because they are his belief of the ideal Astratus and what the Dark Angel has to be. And it's just such a small footnote that was left forgotten during the last edition. I mean, we got one novel, they mentioned that Lucer is now gone, and that's it. And I just hope that we maybe get a conclusion to all of this after over a year waiting.
What would the model look like?
In
armor or in robes?
Sir Lucer is we could a wannabe space marine. So he was too old for the entire, but he received gen enhancements.
In my mind, he would look like the Phobos librarian in armor, but with cloak all around him.
Can you give me a second?
Yes.
We make a shortcut here.
Okay.
What he looks like.
But isn't this a painting of him from before?
No.
Or is this his...
You have to imagine the book explains this pretty much. He spends the majority of his past years, the past 10,000 years, in stasis. So he get awakened only for maybe a few days, a few weeks. So Lucer at this point was maybe 40 years old. And it's not really a space marine armor, it's a smaller armor because he's just an enhanced man. So you can see it on his shoulder pauldrons. They are smaller than other space marines. So Lucer is in all this time, in this 10,000 years, due to him being in stasis, aged maybe just 10, not even 10 years, maybe 5 years in total. So he's still young, he's still powerful. I mean, there is some, here he doesn't had that much training, and he was sometimes awoken for a few days, and he had this phases where he was total spaced out and communicated with the warp gods and stuff, and then he was back lucid and talked like normal. Oh, he loves Azrael.
Yeah, and oh yes, there was something.
Yeah,
and his age doesn't really matter. There could be any law reason to make him basically immortal, or rejuve treatments, warp shenanigans, or something.
He was the after the fall of Horus. Was he the second champion of all 4 powers?
Yes.
So he was all powerful and as strong as a Primarch. So he still has this warp power in him.
Okay, I love the point. This is a good third point.
Yeah, I just want to see more from Salusa, because Salusa is he's fundamental in the lore. He's fundamental in the Warhammer lore science. Several generations was always described as a crazy lunatic who just mumbles stuff and where Fallen might be. And suddenly he's there, he's active, he's powerful. And I just want to see where they move next with him.
Maybe they're explaining it in the Cypher book, which is coming out.
Oh yeah, the Cypher book. Good point.
At first, I wasn't really excited for this one, but I re-listened to John French's interview about Cypher, so the book, and now I'm excited. I want to see Cypher on Terra.
I'm excited, Science. So this entire Cypher on Terra, he's imprisoned, was back during this entire Robot Comes Back scenery. Robot was the one who imprisoned him on Terra. And it was just then mentioned in one small text. Oh yeah, but they Fallen, they are still in prison. But Cypher disappeared, and it never came up how he managed this. So this book will be amazing. And despite the fact that I don't really seem to like the Dark Angels, I love the Fallen.
Yeah, but are they really Dark Angels?
Yes, they are the ideal of the Dark Angels, how they were before they joined the Empire.
Ask the other Dark Angels.
The other Dark Angels, they are the Imperium Dark Angels, but those are the ones from Caliban. So your
tomato.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your third point.
My third point is alternate activations in form of stratagems, because I want less stratagems, because it's just too much. The new Astra Militarum book has 4 pages of freaking stratagems.
And I only need 3.
This is ridiculous. It's just too much. And my point is that take the stratagems, put them on units. I don't know, like...
Well, the best example for this kind would be the... or not the Mutilators, but the Obliterators from Chaos Space Marines. They had a special rule that they could fire twice at the end of a round. And they took this rule and put it in a stratagem.
Yes, take this and put it back on the unit. Or, I don't know, I should have taken more time to think about this one.
But yeah, it's
there are so many rules in which you could put these stratagems on units which aren't as played as much. I know, just like, I don't know if Hellblasters from Space Marines are a thing right now, but maybe for them that they could use any kind of stratagem, or intercessors could use a specific stratagem, and so on. I don't know, there are so many stratagems which you could put on the units.
Yeah, they already do it in Age of Sigmar and Horus Heresy, where we have a few base stratagems, and everything else is only unit related.
Yes, And I love this so much. I want this in 40k.
Agreed.
And a little bit more of reactive things, just like, I don't know, Reavers of Space Marines. Yes, I'm in Space Marines right now, because Reavers are useless. Reavers, as much as I love the models, are useless right now. They're an elite choice. Every other elite choice is better. Every other troop choice is better. And they're just beautiful models. Just like in Age of Sigmar, when an enemy comes too close to you, that you can move d6 inches, a stratagem like that, as an example. More mobility.
Or like in Horus Heresy with the reactions, like Overwatch is a reaction.
Yeah.
Or they have a reaction where when a charge is declared, where they can move back.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or in World Eater's case, they can move forward.
I love this. This is so World Eatery.
When your warlord is Ankron, you can use it 3 times.
This is so cruel.
Yeah.
But it fits.
So yeah, it's actually pretty good.
But this is my third point, because honestly, I don't read the stratagem pages anymore. I just skip them. It's too much. I don't care.
I mean, I mostly pick 3 or 4, which I say, okay, I have now the 3 and 4, and the rest is just rerolls, and I don't care about the rest. So stratagems is. I had this one match in 8th edition, and it was basically it was a 2 versus 2 fun game, but the ones who I played against there were tourney players, so you can imagine. And it was at one point, and I know use this and this stratagem and this, and I asked him what it's about. If you don't know it, I won't explain it.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So this was actually my point where I also said I stopped playing at our local GameStop, Games Workshop, because this became the attitude there. That you had people who were like, oh, I have this stratagem and this stratagem and this, and yeah.
But the most fun for me in reading codexes is the units.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see, the unit can do this, and this stratagem, everything just on one page. That would be great.
I mean, if you go, many weapons have this now, that they have certain special rules, like, what's
on
the
a wound roll of 6, you do this and this much mortal
What's the
wounds.
anti-aircraft unit of Astra Militarum?
The Hydra?
Yeah, thank you, the Hydra. So the Hydra has a special rule. It fires, it has 8 shots, but if your enemy is an aircraft, it has double as much shots. So
I love
something
this.
like this in the rules, in the weapon profile, something like this, it makes it more alive.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have in Kazakin a unit that has a grenade and a melter mine, and you think, oh, this is cool. What is this melter mine supposed to do? What? Oh yeah, you have to use a stratagem for this.
No. Great, thanks.
Great, thank you.
No.
You can just write this in here. Once per game, you can throw this melter mine and
use 1 CP to boom.
I mean, something like fire on my position, where you pay 1 or 2 stratagems to call an airstrike on your position when your last model dies, and it's the Vox unit. Something like this is fun as stratagem, but don't make everything a stratagem.
Yeah. Okay, your second point.
My second point is actually a good point. If we look currently at the 40k range, we got now Ankron is coming. We got Magnus. We got Mortarion. So it's currently a bit, and here is Robot.
Yeah.
It's currently 3 against 1. So my second point is one that I really, really want. Bring back a loyal Primarch.
Yeah, but this will happen.
Yeah, like I don't care if it's Chagatai Khan. I don't care if it's Ferrus Manus with a new head.
Legion of the Damned Ferrus Manus
Legion
would be
of the
awesome.
Damned. It would be.
Yeah.
It would. Or if it's Clone Crim would be
Oh,
fun.
yes.
Imagine they bring out at the end of the edition Full Crim as Demon Primarch, and then they bring out Clone Crim.
No, that would be great.
I would celebrate. I mean, there is this one Primaris chapter, Space Marine chapter.
Yeah.
They are literally named the Sons of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Who are rumored to be from Rogel Dorn, and they wear violet and gold and white.
No, this is the Belisarius call face, a surprised Pikachu when someone asks him, "Are those Fulgrim Marines?"
And yeah,
No.
I just want a loyal Primarch to tip a bit the scales. So we have 3, we have 1, and yeah, the problem is, let's say we bring back Lionel Johnson. And I can tell you, half of the Dark Angel players will be disappointed that Lionel Johnson doesn't look at the Imperium and says, I joined the Fallen.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, bring back Lehman Russ, bring back Korax.
I
just one
still want Demon Korax.
Oh yeah, Demon
Korax
Unleashed.
Oh.
Yeah, so my second point is just...
we just get a trailer of a Demon Korax, and the only thing we see is him jumping out of the shadows and just screaming, "Nevermore!" And then sad Edgar Allan Poe in the corner of the screen.
I have to say, we don't know what the force cover is for the Arcs of Omen novel books.
Yeah, but it's going to be Lionel Johnson.
It could also be Lehman Russ.
Well, in the third Dawn of Fire novel, which is called Wolf Time, everyone is thinking, "Oh, the Wolf Time has come," and at the end, a slight spoiler here, sorry, Njal Stormcaller just sees, "Oh no, this is the first real sign that the Wolf Time is coming." So yeah, Lehman Russ is on his way.
I mean, of course, the Lion would be the most obvious choice. I mean, this in the Rock, the Mighty Rock, the Lion sleeps tonight.
Yep.
So
yeah.
So yeah, he's the obvious choice that he will return first.
And
what
would his model look like?
That's a good question. I mean, on the other hand, Vulcan could return again
as a dragon.
Demon dragon. Yeah,
I don't care. His warp form is a dragon.
It's a dragon. Yeah. No, but Lionel Johnson, I mean, he would exactly look the same as before, just his armor is now green.
His pose, because in the Forge World model, he has this amazing pose.
I mean, look at the plastic models, Bobby G and Abaddon, they basically have the same pose.
Yeah, but this is a design choice that Robert is with his hands down, and the other one is give it.
Yeah, and they basically stand towards each other and fight, despite that they have never fought with one another. Otherwise Abaddon would be dead, because face it. But his pose, I would say maybe something a bit more. He was an aggressive dude.
Yeah, but I wish a knightly thing. I know it's a little bit cliche, but something like that. He on what?
On a horse.
We already have that. That he has a sword by his side in
a more casual pose.
A more casual pose in which he has a sword just by his side in the ground. Something like that. Not
and
really.
His helmet beneath his arm. So, yeah, which brings us back to Cypher, because Cypher has a sword.
Yeah. I want my sword back, son. But he has his power sword, not the chainsword.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
right,
yes.
right,
What
right.
would his weapon be? Would he get something new?
Oh, why do you say chainsword? Rogel
Oh.
Dawn?
Yes. With a new...
Return of Rogel Dawn?
Yeah.
I mean, he unveils, oh yeah, I was the entire time on Terra. I was guarding the Emperor.
I got lost in the palace.
I just... Oh. Veldor returns. Constantine Veldor?
Yeah, but we know that he's returning.
Yeah, he is a Primarch for all but in name. He's the proto-Primarch. He was the first Primarch. So when you suddenly come up, oh yeah, new edition, you want a Primarch, here's Veldor.
Oh my god, imagine Valdor coming back.
He has the Primarch rule in Horus Heresy.
Yes. I know there would be so many nerdgasms out there.
yeah, it would basically explode.
Yeah, because as much as people dislike loyal Primarchs from the Chaos side, Valdor is on just another level.
Everyone loves Constantine.
I know no one. I never read anything against Valdor. I don't know why.
Same.
Maybe I just accidentally skipped it, or my brain just shut down.
Oh, you remind me, I wanted to read a Valdor book.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
I wanted to read it this entire time, but I got always sidetracked when it comes to novels. So, because I think it's just this idea behind him that everyone can just relate to.
No.
But I haven't met anyone who was either against the Custodes. Of course, some players say, oh yeah, they're roots-wise, but lore-wise, I haven't met anyone who says anything against the Custodes. I met even some people who were, female Space Marines. We get a lot of people against it, but female Custodes?
I never heard this.
Neither what is mentioned from anyone, oh, we want female Custodes. Or that anyone was like, yeah, we don't. No.
This is really interesting. You're right.
Custodes is a mysterium. Everyone likes the idea about a personal guard that is made from the genes of the Emperor, but no one is like, oh yeah, we would be against it if they look like this. No, there was even an artist who made female Custodes with armor and without armor, and the people just accepted it.
This is really interesting, yes.
Of course, there are the one or two who always love to complain about maybe this.
I just ignore those.
It was not the same explosive like female Space Marines.
Yeah.
And when you say Constantine Veldor, no one says
Constantina.
Something negative. This is my second point. I want a Primarch back, a loyalist, or Veldor.
Yeah. Okay, I love this point.
Yeah. Your second point.
My point. This will never happen. I know this for a fact. And if this happens, I will...
shave your head.
No, not again.
Again.
Little fun fact. I shaved my head for my driver's license. So I always had long hair, and just before I started working for my new company, I cut my hair a little bit shorter. So, and as a gag, I shaved my head and my beard for my driver's license. And this was at a time I still worked at Games Workshop. And I just came in and went to the back, and one of our employees was just like, hey, you can't go back there. I turned around and he was just like, what happened to you? He was so in shock, and no one recognized me. I loved it so much. But yeah, fun fact. Okay, I will do something. I can still think about this one, if this will ever happen. NPC models.
Well...
Because, let me explain.
Yeah.
I looked over the rules of the Game of Thrones tabletop game, and there are NPC models which gives you new rules or other advantages for your army or debuffs for the enemy army, which is really fascinating. I love this. And we could have something for Age of Sigmar or 40k with this. Let me just take 40k as an example. We just had Dark Angels, the Watchers, as NPC models. Just give any one of your units a buff. I don't know, something like the Watchers know that they're being shot at in the next round and you get a +1 armor save or something like that. Or Sisters of Silence NPC model in which they can automatically dispel an enemy psychic phase or something like that. Just something small, because we always have this martial models with weapons or anything like that in fighting poses, and this is something in which we could have regular models. And this is my point. More variety in models with NPCs.
Yeah, Necromunda has this in certain missions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Also, there are in Necromunda hanger-ons, they are called. They are models that you can recruit to your faction. They give you certain special rules in between games or for games, but they don't have to fight in those battles. So like
I love this.
Yeah, you roll a dice, and on this and this dice roll, the hanger-on joins you in the battle, but most have an effect that it's outside of the battle.
Oh no, that is awesome.
Yeah,
but just something like that.
Yeah, some of them, like the guild teams, they have their own part of hanger-ons. They are all fighters, but they still have their own certain special rules.
Oh, awesome!
Like there are hanger-ons who always join you in the fight. They always come with you. Other hanger-ons, they stay out of the fight, but as long as you have them in your team, certain models get a boost. Like their Goliath has a slave pit master, and the slave master can train your models before a game, and then they get certain special rules or miss effect or disadvantage if you roll a certain dice roll.
Okay,
so
cool.
they have an effect on your game. It's one of the better things about Necromunda. Is the entire hanger-on system. So yeah, something like this for 40k would be awesome. Like, oh yeah, I just have a Watcher. He gives me a special rule for my Dark Angels, or Necrons.
Or Astra Militarum, a Logistica or something, in which you can, I don't know, can throw 2 grenades around or something. I don't know.
Necrons already has this.
Really?
This
an NPC model?
The plasma sites.
Yeah, but aren't they just a +1 wound basically, and you can take them away?
Yeah, but they are more an NPC. You neither control them. They are part of your army, your unit, but they are not really necessary for the game. They are more a little NPC that follows you around and gives you buff.
But it's only for that unit.
Yeah.
I mean, the NPC could be for every unit on the table.
To think about it. Yeah, because plasma sites have. Kill Team has something like this. They have their own plasma and regenerator sites, smaller units that don't really do anything, or like the Breachers with their cat unit and their Cereboskull, who have an effect, but not really one that is. Yeah, the Cereboskull has, but the cat unit doesn't.
Or imagine a Drukhari NPC which debuffs your enemies.
That would be really nice. Yeah. Something like it doesn't have to
like
be something
poison wind
special.
Or something, in which he throws something on the battlefield, and in 1 quarter the enemy has -1 to hit.
Or a chained blank.
Oh, yes.
We know that Absurdal Wack built blanks around the Gate of Pain, so it would stop this entire. So he built a huge a huge ring of blanks around this gate, and just having a blank model that is maybe gagged and stuffed and everything, and within this 12-inch around this model, you can't use psychic powers. This would be nice.
Oh.
But yeah, NPC models are actually pretty awesome idea.
Thank you.
I like that.
But this will never happen.
Yeah, I mean, we can make something like this for Crusade games but I don't really think that Games Workshop would say, yeah, we bring this in now in our main game series. But it's a good idea.
And our last and probably most favored points. Floor is yours.
Yeah, floor is mine. I sit on it, I stand on it, something like this. Yeah, it will happen. It's just a question one. The first sign that will happen will come out before the 10th. It's Washtor.
Oh, okay.
He is an independent demon who doesn't have any. Yeah, he has connections to the Big Four, but he will be. I say it. He will be a god. I mean, we will basically the big new thing in 10th edition is Washtor will be a god.
Yep.
He will be the 5th Chaos God, the 5th major Chaos God.
I
in
think
Warhammer
so
40K,
as well. Yep.
And in an alliance with all of them. But what we will see is what he brings.
Yeah.
Dark Mechanicus. I said it doesn't come. It won't come anymore in the current edition, but it will most likely come in next year, and it will come in the 10th edition.
Yep. You know why? One of the proof thingies why Washtor will be a chaos god is, and it's so simple. We have Age of Sigmar, because both universes in lore and game mechanics tend to share some things, and we have a 5th chaos god there with the Horned Red.
Yeah, but it's a bit more complicated because this entire they share something. It's not really.
Of course,
they made a clear cut in between Age of Sigmar and 40K at one point. It was more a lore cut,
of course,
but it moved on into the universe where they said, yeah, the warp is in boost, but they are not in sync with one another. So the warp is not in sync with them because they're the rules that are
from a business standpoint to bring in another chaos god like in the other universe.
I mean, they basically said in this Washtor, in the Washtor preview video, they say principle that this body that Washtor has isn't even his own body. It's a body that he stitched together and used because his power is so great that he can send an avatar of himself into the real space to relay his wishes, his commands, while he is not even fully there, while he is still in the warp. So unlike the other chaos gods who say we will only appear in the real space, in our real bodies, Washtor is like, yeah, I use whatever I can, whatever I have to represent myself in front of the ones that I want to pull on my side.
So, there are pieces of trash, but Washtor, those are Leman Russ with crew.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically you send a crew with a Leman Russ and he will fuse this together and stand in full glory and be just casual. Hey, I have a deal for you. This baby can fit so many Chaos Space Marine inside.
Exactly. I love this.
He's basically a car salesman. But yeah, we know he will be just an independent agent for the new Chaos Space Marine, for Chaos Space Marines in the new edition. But what if he just there an independent agent because he's the leader of his own faction? I mean, he is the Omnisire.
Yeah.
Washtor will be the leader of the Dark.
The Dark Omnisire.
the true Omnissiah.
Yeah, basically, yes.
Yeah, of the Dark Mechanicus.
Because every invention fuels him.
Okay, I mean, he's basically what the Emperor tried to create.
Yep.
Nah. All the others are not real, but I invent 1,000 new things and therefore create an entire Chaos God being. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my number 1 point will also happen. We just don't know when. It's so super simple. It's Primaris Sicarius.
Yeah.
They
showed the artwork.
Yeah.
They showed the artwork.
We know he's coming. It's just the question when. I hope that it will be next year, summer, or sometimes somewhere in the realms with the Battle Force Ultramarines one. Because we have Battle Force Imperial Fists and Battle Force Raven Guard, and that they're going to use the new Battle Forces for every chapter and with a new character.
Yeah,
just like Jagatai Khan with Bike Battle Force, thingy Ravenwing Dark Angels with Azrael on, so Primaris Azrael on Jet Bike.
I have Jagatai Khan on. I haven't even built him. He's still in.
I know this.
Yeah, he was in this surprise box from Games Workshop with a lot of other stuff, but I have converted all the other Space Marines in it into Kacharatron Astra, so...
No.
Yeah, Space Sharks for the win. Back with you in...
But yeah, that's my point.
Come back when you have a bike.
It is something simple, but this is my wish. I can't see it.
It's
Outrider box.
It's the Primaris spikes from
the Outriders.
From the start set from
Indomitus.
I haven't built any.
I haven't touched mine. I just took out the rule book, put it in the shelf, and that was it.
Yeah. For me it was, I built all the Necrons, I primed all the Necrons, I sprayed all the Necrons, and then I was like, but what do I do with the Space Marines? I built the character models, and here I am, and I don't even want to build the Space Marines anymore. I guess there's a time in life of every man and woman when they just can't build Space Marines anymore.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
The Horus Heresy box was such a horror.
Ooh, while we're on the Horus Heresy box, I have a question for you.
Yeah?
Because I messed up.
Oh?
Yes, I was weak.
What have you done?
I was very, very weak. I kinda regret it, but I kinda don't.
Never regret anything except regret.
Yes.
So what have you done?
I was able to procure the Christmas box set of the Custodies on Thursday.
Okay, good. This is if I wanted to, I would have done the same, but
no, but it was sold out.
Must have a new drawing board
everywhere, and this drawing board is awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. XP Pen version 12 version 2nd edition. It's awesome. Love it.
So the Custodies box set was sold out immediately, everywhere.
Because you can use it for 40k and
yes.
Not every unit in this box set for
but
Heresy,
it doesn't really matter.
You can basically convert the bikers to be longer and
but I like Fantasy Welt, the local the LGS here in Germany, because they sent the packages to packing stations, and because of our pets we can't really have the postman ring the bell here because our dog just gets too excited. So we sent everything to packing stations, and that's why I like Fantasy Welt. And they didn't have the box on the website. So then on Thursday I called them. And I was like, so I know I'm late, but I didn't find the box on your site. What's up with that? And the lady on the phone was very nice. And she was like, oh, that's a really good question. Let me just ask my colleagues. Put me on pause. And I waited for 4 to 5 minutes and was like, oh no, what have I done? And then she comes back and is like, are you still there? I was like, oh yeah, well, what happened? So there's the thing. We don't get the box. And I was like, okay, yeah, thanks for the information. But we can get you one if you want, because you waited and we didn't put it on the website. We have the possibility to order one. So, okay. Do you want it? Yeah, please. And yeah, now I get the Custodes box. Yeah, and yeah, to get to my original point with the Horus Heresy box, the Spartan assault tank. It looks like a Land Raider. Could I use it just as a Land Raider for the Custodes?
In 40k or Horus
in
Heresy?
40k.
In 40k, because in Horus Heresy, Custodes don't have access to Land Raiders.
Yep.
They have their own craft tanks.
And?
This is... Yeah, this here is your basic Land Raider. This is your Spartan.
It would make sense with the new scale for the Custodes.
Yeah.
But because both of them have the front ramp and last cannons, so... And the picture is stuck. And my internet is... Okay, it's still here.
Hi.
Hi.
No, I guess I was just standing still because
the
lost the
image was really standing still.
Oh. Yeah, it was perfect because the cupola just fell off. Yeah, it's longer than the original.
Yeah, but does it really matter?
And it is a bit higher inside. Yeah. So it's a bit higher. So the only problem would be that your enemy has a better... it doesn't really matter in 40k because you don't get cover as in 40k with such a big unit. Wouldn't really say I wouldn't mind it because it's a disadvantage for you.
Yeah.
It's basically a disadvantage for you and no one else. So.
I don't like the Land Raider model anymore because it's an old kit and I don't like old kits.
I have to say I love the Spartan. It was extreme easy to build. Extreme easy to build. It's a beautiful model and I had a lot of fun building it. So yeah, it's a Spartan Land Raider. You basically get all the weapons option that you need. Oh no, I have 4 smaller less cannons instead of 2 big ones.
That doesn't really matter for me.
You can put here a heavy flamer or anything on it. And yeah, you could argue, oh, but the Spartan, it has more better built for troops because it has this little snout here, which makes it look a bit like a dog.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And I like the Spartan model more. And I kind of wanted to paint it like Kratos and get a Kratos tank and paint it like Kratos. Because God of War is awesome.
Yeah, God of War is awesome. How many games are there?
5, if you count the original trilogy.
Yeah,
and
now,
the 2 PSP games.
Plus as additional PS4 game.
Yeah, God of War with Atreus as his son, and now God of War Ragnarok. So for the actual for the generation now on consoles,
we have 8 games. We have 8 games in total because the PSP games they are now on. They have a collector's box for PSP.
Yes.
I own them. So yeah. Okay, good. So we have Kratos here. We have a lot of Kratos. I for my part, I say it as it is. I also used Mark III Ordinary. Yeah, they are Iron Warriors for Horus Heresy, and I used them for 40k because they haven't changed.
Yeah, I just wanted to be sure for the Spartan tank to be played as a Land Raider.
Yeah,
because
no,
as I've
you
said,
can play it.
I don't like old kids, and I
mean,
just
you see
want
it in the
a
back
new
here.
model.
What the size
Yeah.
difference is? The Spartan is just it's higher, it's wider. It's not really wider. It's the same. Yeah. No, he's
Okay.
just a big. He's just a little bit bigger.
Bigger.
It's late.
No. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy painting gold, and I forgot how I miss painting gold. And I painted the whole armor of Valerian today, and that's basically the whole model. So
Yeah.
I'm almost done with him, and I will finish him tomorrow, probably, if I have
Funny
time.
as it is, Custodes are extremely easy to paint.
Yeah.
When you paint them in the classic gold.
Oh, I'm not painting it in the classic gold. I change it a little bit. The only thing that is left is highlights.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of just going the easy way of dry brushing. Because why not?
The armor is perfect made for this, so. Yeah, I basically need to build all the Cadians.
Yeah.
I need to finish the entire box, I need to build it, and I just said I currently don't have really the power to do it. Yeah, the motivation.
Okay,
I like the motivation because, like I said, I showed I have a drawing pad, and drawing is currently so much easier than sitting down and you build out for hours. Of course, I paint for hours, but if I make a mistake, it's just one click and painting makes addictive.
I totally understand.
Yeah. It's like it's exactly the same like model painting. It's yeah. And if you're currently like me, where I want to sit now down for the next 4 hours and build and paint models, and you get disturbed every 5 minutes because someone from your family comes in.
Yeah.
It's currently not that easy with the entire family at home, and I get maybe called 3 times a day if I could watch on my over my nephew, and yeah, my hobby time got terribly cut short in this last few weeks, and it won't go better until maybe next year. So yeah.
So I have a little surprise.
Oh.
I don't know. Oh no, I can't show it right now. How shall I do this? Just give me a moment.
The camera.
No, I can't. Because I don't have it here right now.
I was just on Fantasy Worlds and saw that someone has made a 1-to-1 copy of the Ragnarok spider. And they even copied the text from the then German Orcs and Goblins book. And it's just called the Gargantuan spider, but it's the same.
Okay, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's basically the same model, maybe a bit smaller.
This is funny. So, I paid someone to design and print these. And it's finished as of today. So 10th of December 2022.
You are crazy.
I love this so much. I'm so happy with the end result. It's better than I imagined. So the left one will be for our videos when we play, to display our models on.
Yeah.
And the one in the middle is either as a watermark to be put in the background, or just as terrain, as fun. And the other two single hammers and the nameplate is also either for terrain or for the winner of the match.
I would take the middle one as terrain. It's just somewhere in a corner where it doesn't really matter, or as obstacle. And it's our version of Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. So this was so much fun. It took a while because he's one of my colleagues who works with colors. So he's in a color lab, basically research for colors. I don't know how to call it. And
yeah, we have something similar at the place where I work, so
no, and yeah, he designed it himself. I just told him for what it is and what I want to do with it. And yeah, the payment was the Orruk war boss of Warhammer Plus Year 1. And a little
that's
bit
why you
of
needed
money.
him.
Yeah.
That's why you needed him.
That's why I needed him.
This explains everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it. And I still have to talk to him about if it is possible that we can sell the STL file. So, of course, I have to talk to him because it's his creation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but it would be awesome just to see this floating around on the net. But yeah, that was my small surprise. I waited so long for this. Nearly 2 months.
But it was 84
worth it.
years ago.
What is this meme? Do you remember this? No, but old man Grumbles remembers it. I don't know. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
Pepperidge Farm remembers it. Yes. And the internet is gone.
Yeah.
And the internet is back. Okay, that's it for this one. I hope we can record another one before the end of the year.
Yeah.
We will see. It's Christmas time. It will be a lot of stress for everyone. But yeah, what are your thoughts on all of this? What are your 3 things you want in the next year? Either Age of Sigmar, 40k, Horus Heresy, Lord of the Rings, anything Games Workshop based, lore, models, or I forgot the third one again.
Yeah, A Song of Ice and Fire has now the Martell starter set.
Yes.
Awesome. I want it.
Must say I still... Oh no, I looked at the models. I have the Targaryen and the Stark starter set, and I'm so happy with them. They're beautiful models.
Yeah. I mean, we can make even an episode about... yeah, of course, when I say an episode about A Song of Ice and Fire, I have read all the books.
I still haven't read the last one.
Yeah, I see it every time I talk with our common friend when we talk together, and she's like, "Oh, what is the difference between Game of Thrones and Song of Ice and Fire? What is the difference?" And we started at one point. We actually wanted to end, and it was like
and the internet's
5 hours
gone.
Conversation.
And the internet is back.
Wonderful. So before we are gone forever, we end this episode here.
Before my PC explodes.
Write everything down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always comment.
Hitting buttons is fun.
Hitting buttons is fun. Tell your family, your friends, everyone you know about us, even if they don't like us, even if they don't are interested in us. Just tell them about us.
Yeah.
Even the ones who hate us, just tell them about us. And
it's even better then.
Stay hydrated. Yeah, stay hydrated.
This is my second cup in this recording session.
Stay hydrated, stay perfect, stay clean, stay safe from Nurgle. Stay fantastic, stay safe from Nurgle's rot. And we see you each other in the next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.